Let's continue on our way. And get us some more materia. Sergeant, Lise, I brought you both here for a reason.
I wanted to show you this house. My house.
You mean this is where you grew up?
Aye. Not much to look at, is it? Same could be said of the village. It was damn near impossible to live off the land, barren as it was. Which is why so many of us traded our plowshares for swords. Swords and uniforms, mind. We became military men. Tensions were rising between Alamigo and the Empire, and there was always a need for more soldiers to watch the border. It was only a matter of time before the first skirmishes broke out. It's a frightening thing to face Magitech armor for the first time. But after a lot of trial and error, we found ways to bring them down. After a few victories, people even said I had a knack for it. And then one day they hit us. Hard. I was wounded and sent home to recover. Back here.
Will you remain silent for fear of the Mad King's vengeance? Of his eyes and ears in the shadows and his knives in the dark? You who call this living dishonor our nation. It is but a slow death. Liberty or death? Liberty or death! If this be your creed, then raise up your hands, raise up your voices! Together we will tear Theodoric from the throne! Together we will reclaim our freedom! Send you home to men, did they?
Aye, sir. Garlean's got the better of us. The chirurgeons say I'm healing well, so it won't be long now.
Liberty or death, is it? Tell me, soldier. What do you think those words mean?
We must needs be willing to die for liberty.
Spoken like a true patriot. But liberty should not be the end in of itself. Liberty is a chance to build something better. A stronger, more prosperous home for our people. It's not quick or easy work. And it is never truly finished.
Well, sir, I've never asked for much. Never wanted to live like a king, just wish it were a little bit easier is all. For me and everyone else. And I'm willing to die for that, if that's what it takes.
Dying is easy, soldier. Living is harder. Rest, mend. Regain your strength. You'll need it in the days to come. And mayhap one day we will need it too.
Pretty good paint, having it last so long.
Conrad chose you as his successor, Lys, and I will not gainsay his decision. I have but one question to ask. Liberty or death? Those were Curtis's words and his creed. Will you swear by your father's creed before your comrades and the gods?
Liberty or death. That's all you can hope for in war. Father understood that. And you want to know if I do too. I swear to you, here and now, I will fight until the end. Be it liberty or be it death. But the freedom we win must be for every Alamegan, even ones like Fordola, though they may hate us, and the Ananta, though they may fear us. We'll fight, and we'll talk, and we'll find a way to make it work for all of us. Compared to all that, retaking our home will seem like the easy part.
A good oath. And there is naught else to say. You are indeed your father's daughter.
Liberty or death. Has it really been 20 years since he wrote those words? Even a blind man could see that Lys wasn't herself. Now, not that I don't understand. To be thrust into a position of authority under such circumstances, to be made responsible for the lives of so many, it isn't easy. And when you see your friend get cut down before your eyes, it only gets harder. I'll wager she thought Alize was dead for a moment back there. There's only this one thing to risk for your life for a cause, but to risk that of another is a burden no soldier is ever truly ready to shoulder. The fear, the guilt, it weighs on her, and that's good. It will make her a better commander. But first she'll need to learn to carry it, not let it break her. To remember that some causes are worth fighting for. Liberty or death. Her father's words gave me strength once. Mayhap they'll do the same for her now. Right then, I think I said enough. The two of you can head back. I mean to stay a bit longer. Cabbage. I understand he's been away for a long time, and he probably wants to be alone for a while. Let's head back to Rodata. What was it that we got? Well, we got pants. No. Wait, am I the only one who feels like I'm being watched? I don't know if the Imperials are bandits, but I know there's more than one of them. Let's split up. You head northwest, and I'll head northeast. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. Is it Dingus and Dongus? You know, the two that carnivores blew us up. Or was it they almost blew someone else up? I can't remember. Someone else, he's seen us. Sod it. Dead as good as alive to the Imperials. Nope, it ain't Dingus and Dongus. It's just dumb, and dumbass. They attacked you too, didn't they? I had no choice. They're Alamegan, not even conscripts by the look of them. Barely adults, in fact. Some of their faces look familiar. Wait, I remember they're from Radakta. They must have seen us when we were looking for Stark. They probably thought the Imperials would reward them if they captured or killed. Oh gods, Alize and Alphino could be in danger too. We have to head back to Radakta and find Nago. What's all this about? You two look ready for a fight. We were ambushed by villagers outside of Radata and thought they might try to attack you too. Are you alright? I am fine. The twins are at Stark's. Alize was asleep last I checked. I'm sorry, did you say you were ambushed by villagers, not soldiers? Did they not see what we just did to Castorum Abania? Goddamn fools. At least, Edgar, we overheard you talking. The ones that attacked you, they were young, less than 20 summers. I thought so. It's always the young ones, the ones who have only ever known the occupation. They're the ones who you've got to look out for. See, the only decent work to be found at Radata is for the Imperials, and everyone knows it. Children grew up knowing it. They have it pounded into their skulls that the best they can hope for is to serve an Imperial officer. Bloody fools, after everything they've seen us accomplish, they ought to be begging to fight for the resistance, not against us. They've been living in the shadow of the Castorum for their whole lives. A few victories won't change that. You get some who can't wait to spit in a soldier's eye, but they get beaten for their troubles or worse. Even so. And the one they don't fight back but refuse to beg, well, they just starve, beat the dog that bites his master's hand, and ignore the dog that refuses to do his bidding. See? In the end, the ones that learn to abide are the ones that survive. Now you may say that's all about to change, and I believe you, many here do. But a young man or woman who grew up only knowing what he knows has got every reason to doubt. Remember that. Do what you have to, if it comes to it, but remember that. The sooner we liberate Alamigo and bring an end to the occupation, the better. Only then can we show these youths the things do not have to be this way. Only then will they know what it means to live free. We're going to build a new home for ourselves together, a better home than they've ever known. Materia. I've been thinking if Alize needs more time to heal, maybe we should move her to Rolger's Reach. She can receive much better care there. After all, our infirmary is probably the best place for her, short of sending her to Gridania. And in giving what Mistress Ward has told us, I would rather see she did not remain here. Then it's settled. Nago, go and see about getting us a carriage and an escort. Alphino, you should get your sister ready for the journey. Edgar, would you mind going on ahead and telling Aurelia that we're on our way? I want a bed waiting for Alize when she arrives. Thanks. We're gonna have a long journey back here. Okay, you just right through the wall. Do you require assistance? Very well, we will make ready to receive the patient at once. Give me a hand, would you? They're all crisp and freshly laundered. For here is everything in order. Right, we're bringing her in. Honestly, no, you didn't have to go. You needn't have gone to all this trouble. What can I say? It seemed a good way to discourage you from limping off to battle when my back was turned. Listen to Aurelia, please. You need your rest. I know, I know. Any news of Crow, she'll be cross if you make her wait too long, as will I. A chilling prospect indeed. I'll find your sister, and I'll fight twice as hard for the both of us. They're good together when they're not at each other's throats. I miss that feeling. Edgar, I have a favor to ask. Would you mind waiting outside for me? I won't be a moment. I won't be a moment. Can't help but kind of chuckle every time I see Meek Glenn's name.
Sorry to have kept you waiting. Well, what do you think? I know it's a bit old-fashioned, but in a traditional sort of way, Ida wore it whenever she could. Not that I'm pretending to be her or anything. Not again. It's just, if this is the last battle we fight to free Alamigo, then she ought to be a part of it. Oh, I know, right? All these stupid frills everywhere. Anyway, the real reason I asked you here was to sneak in a warm-up before the final battle. There's this place I know where monks used to spar as part of their training. Care to join me?
There's gonna be a fearsome dance battle. maybe we got a little carried away, but you have to admit that was fun. Thank you, Edgar. You're the best, the kind of friend, the kind that's not afraid to knock some sense into you. And let's get those boots. 285, 285. I'll end it there for this episode. A bit shorter than usual, but we did have a bit longer than that usual episode last time. So I'll see you all in the next.